Fathers do read. Fathers do read. And this time, fathers have decided to do one thing. And that is, we decided that it's not the school responsibility to educate our children anymore. They go there for an education, and that's all good. But it don't stop there. And so what Fathers Do Read decided that it needs to start at home. And I'm going to ask one person to come join me, because if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't have been in my heart to start. I always put him on Front Street. So David, please come. And so in 2008, my son had came home from school. And on a number of occasions, he had explained to me, Daddy, the young kids are not even turning in book reports. And so this is David, my son, he's 10 years old. He said, Daddy, these kids are not even turning in book reports. So some time went by, he said again that they're not turning in book reports. And it was obvious to me then that there was no reading at home, else they probably would be turning in these book reports. And so one day I made a visit up to the school, and I seen it from a whole different perspective. And one thing concerned me the most was that there was very few men in the school. And so I really, and let's give a hand applause for all the women in here, because if it wasn't for the women, the school system would be worse than it is now. So I want to give you ladies a hand. But it's time for us fathers to step up. So Fathers Do Read, thank you, David. So Fathers Do Read is not just about reading to kids. The reason why we see the social economics that we see, the reason why we see the downfall of men in this country is because of the lack of knowledge. And so I'm strongly convinced that if men would take time out in their own personal life and educate themselves, not just going to the school, you can get that education, but when you at home, you got all the availability. You got the internet right at your hand. Every day, you got that internet right at your hand. There's nothing in life that you can't learn. It's right at your hand. But what are you spending your time doing? And so this is what we decided to do. We decided this. When David was born, I said, you know what? Something's going to change here. But what needed to change was not the school system. What needed to change was me. See, too often we blame the system for where we at. But I decided to do something to take lead. And so I started studying real estate. And I bought several properties along the way. I started studying investment. And I started learning how to do some investing. And I'm not saying this to boast about me. What I'm saying is this. That's why my parents lived in so much poverty. That's why my parents and grandparents didn't have nothing, because they didn't have no knowledge of these things. And as my life began to change, as my life began to improve, I knew I had a responsibility to impart it unto my own children. Yes, I do. But it goes further than that. Every child that's in that school needs it. They do. And I wonder if more fathers got involved, what difference would it make? I believe it would make a big difference. So Fathers Do Read, this is the 4th year we've been working with the Kalamazoo Public Library. The Saturday before Father's Day, we're hosting an event, which is called Fathers Do Read. And we're getting more men involved in the schools and getting them to read more to their kids. Also, what we're doing with Fathers Do Read, we're connecting with the library, as well as the schools and other groups in the community. Why? Because we realize that we cannot do this alone. And so, in my closing, I had read a statistic within 2017 from the Center for Education and Statistics. It said this. It reported that fathers who are involved in their children's education, they learn more, they perform better in school, and exhibit healthier behaviors. Children who grew up with warm, nurturing, and actively involved fathers, they found that these children do well not only at home, but also in school. and wondering why so many of these kids are in juvenile homes, wondering why the violence that escalates in the schools with these young kids, a lot of it starts right at home. Because the parents are not taking time to educate themselves, and therefore in return, they probably ain't educating their own kids. But then we go to the school, blame the school. It's not the school. It's us. But we're making the change. Why? Because we are the change. Thank you.